Yeah, man. So the closing notes on this engineering podcast are that develop your skills in college. A lot of people think going for fest, being on your fest committee is like a skill. It is a skill in some cases.
It is a skill, yeah.
But don't think that it's going to add to your CV. You know, like don't go in with that mentality.
You learn jugaad, you learn like last minute situations, how to deal with, how to, you know, speak to a celebrity, how to manage things and all of that. It's important. Do it if you can. But do internships. That's like we couldn't stress more.
Internships are where it's at in engineering college. You know, also maska maro your professors, keep them in your good books.
Oh yes, absolutely, very important.
Nothing wrong in like maska maroing.
Keep your ego to the side because these guys will take you through those 4 years in your life. So just keep a good relation with them.
If you can, definitely try passing. Don't go through that KT situation. It might hurt your family.
Yeah,
you know,
your
people
parents
around
will not
you
take it well.
More than yourself.
Yeah.
And just know that irrespective of what people tell you while you're in college, your real career starts after, you know, you turn 22, after you graduate, irrespective of the marks you've got. So even if you actually graduated with just passing marks, you're starting from zero. You're not starting from those marks.
Yeah, I mean, try to have good grades if it's like possible logistically for you guys. But even if you don't, it's fine because it's not like you're learning anything that you're actually going to implement in real life. We've learned about shit things that are not even relevant anymore.
Coming to that whole topic of engineering-based jobs, MBA, MS, let's tackle one situation at a time. Engineering-based jobs, go through the job profile really well before applying.
Exactly.
Understand what you're going to be doing. If you are interested in coding, then take up a coding job.
Yeah, don't just be like, oh, I don't know
what
job
I want to do.
I'll be a data analyst. But do you know what that data analyst profile requires you to do?
Yeah.
Like what languages are you going to learn? What profile are you going to take up? What is your actual job? Like look at it very like properly.
Yeah. Neil Katarnavre from Monk Entertainment is actually my age.
Right.
He got 2 eardrops.
Right.
So he graduated at the same time as you.
Right.
But he's my age. And
doesn't matter.
Yeah, he got a job at Monk Entertainment because he showed us, like when he gave his interview, he was just very energetic and very enthusiastic.
He was very
resilient.
Something. He in fact DM'd me on like 5 platforms. He messaged me on Facebook, man. Like if you are resilient enough to do that, you really want the job.
So, you know, he didn't go for a regular engineering job because actually he couldn't get one because of his 2 eardrops.
Yeah.
But he's one of our stars at Monk Entertainment today.
It's about how you take your life after the whole engineering thing,
and a lot of the best jobs, according to me, actually don't visit colleges. So you have to go out looking. Don't think that only, you know, the companies that are coming for placements are the best jobs out there. You'll find your dream job when you apply yourself from the outside. So go on like Naukri.com, you know, talk to your friends, try utilizing your parents' network.
And references, they really work because those guys know they've been in the circle for a while. They know where the right jobs are at.
The digital scene in India, the startup scene in India is popping. There are great jobs out there. Kind of go out looking. Okay, don't just stick to engineering based jobs thinking that yaar agar main in placements ke liye nahi baitha to I won't get a job. Don't think like that. Okay, so that's the case with jobs.
Yes.
Case with MBAs is that ask yourself, from now, do you want to do a marketing MBA? Do you want to do a finance MBA?
Yeah, understand your specialization. There's more even to it than marketing, finance, and whatever. Right?
Exactly.
So pick your specialization. Understand that maybe 2 years after I've done this course and specialization, I will do these things.
Yeah.
If you're doing a communications MBA, know that you want to be a brand manager at some company so that you can improve the branding of that specific company.
Yeah. My understanding and learning from seeing my friends who've done MBAs right after college is that you shouldn't do it right after college. You should you should taste the professional world. Also, if you're keen on doing a finance MBA, do a finance internship like that Ernst & Young thing I did. It is built for some people. It's not built for some people.
Right.
In terms of marketing, new age marketing is digital, and you're going to learn much more by working in a digital marketing startup. Than you learn from in fact it'll actually harm you if you study marketing in MBA college.
Yeah, because they have their own specific ways of thinking and they probably don't know what's actually happening on ground. They will give you case studies, but they'll give you case studies of the biggest companies, and that's not like an average you can take.
Also, the courses are kind of outdated now. In the last 3-4 years, they've become outdated because of digital. And in digital marketing is not really taught in MBA colleges the way it should be taught.
Right.
We are hardcore marketers, okay? Now, like, I mean, our job is we are probably in the middle of the marketing industry of the world, and we learn on the job. And it's marketing is also one of those things where it comes to some people and it doesn't. If you're a very outgoing person, you know, if you can think of strategies very easily,
right? Like you need to know ki acha theek hai, this product
ye chalega,
ye
nahi chalega.
And this is how it'll work. Maybe through this platform is how we can promote it.
Yeah.
It's very like you need to be on the job. You guys are on your phones all the time. Marketing today is happening through social media platforms. It's not difficult to grab it. You just need to keep your eyes and ears open.
So if you think you can do social media well, that means you'll probably be a great marketer.
Yeah.
So again, MBA, think about it a lot before just jumping onto that ship. Do a job. Understand how the professional world works.
Yes.
If you can afford it, consider doing a finance MBA abroad. You'll gain more skills there.
Right.
If you want to settle abroad and you don't want to do the engineering side of things, try going for an MBA abroad. But in order to do that, you need to work for 4-5 years. You might even get Stanford, Harvard, the best colleges.
Yeah, definitely. And you can apply your skills much better when you have like 2-3 years of job experience and then you go for an MBA.
Yeah. And the final option that people go for is MS. Again, it is for you if you are genuinely interested in the world of engineering. You're not taught real engineering in India unless you're from an IIT, and probably even there you're not taught it to the level with which you're taught in the, like abroad.
Yeah.
So my point is that if you're genuinely interested, if you are actually a Rancho from 3 Idiots, that's when you should do an MS.
Yeah, have you written like some papers? Have you made some really cool projects? Do you know that this is your calling? Only then go for it. Don't just go कि हाँ मैं data science में कुछ कर लूँगा यार MS में जाके.
All our friends who went to that herd mentality.
मैं MIS कर लूँगा, मैं कुछ कर लूँगा. Don't go with that mentality because you will yourself, man.
You might realize that this is not for you.
Yeah.
And then you would have taken a big loan to fund your education.
Yeah. So genuinely for that reason, go to a good college. Don't go to a whatever college.
Yeah.
And then say कि हाँ अब तो मैं US आ गया हूँ, कुछ ना कुछ कर लूँगा.
Yeah.
But because you'll be miserable then, to be honest, and you won't like enjoy your life.
Yeah. And also know this about going to the US, and this is something people don't talk about often. Viraj may have traveled throughout the world. Remember that the way a brown person is perceived in the subcontinent is always like a Raja. You'll always be a Raja in the subcontinent.
True.
And if you travel anywhere in the world now, there is this subtle, it's not like out there, but there's a subtle layer of racism. Okay.
I mean, more than anything, it's just that in your own home, you will be celebrated, right? Like you will have all the rights. You don't have the same rights going to another country.
Don't be a second-class citizen abroad when you can be a first-class citizen in
100%.
India. And there's logic behind this. See, the Indian startup scene is popping. The Indian economy is popping.
India's the biggest market because China you can't enter. There's no foreign investment that can go into China, which makes India the biggest market, biggest population by 2025, 2030, right? Youngest population.
There's the most money to be made here.
Yeah, this is where the money's at, to be honest. So if there is a market gap that you see today, go for it, attack it, build a startup around it. Build something sustainable. If you don't, work at a startup, get the right skills and do things. But if you don't have a game plan in mind, what you're going to do in the US or abroad, just don't like mindlessly go there.
Yeah, and if you're not sure about anything, trust me, work at a startup. Like that is your fourth option that is not spoken about enough.
Yeah.
Startups in India, the correct ones, are hungry for the right
minds.
hires and fits. Okay. It's beautiful work-life balance. It's a very rewarding job. If you join the right startup, the co-founders will take care of you. Go out hunting, do internships at startups.
Right.
Dude, I just wish someone had told me this when I was in engineering college.
Yeah,
everyone just told me that no, dude, 3 things or your career's over. It's not that. That's not the truth.
Yeah. And going to a TCS, Infosys and all is probably not going to teach you, especially when you're doing like 3 years of your entry level job, right? You'll have the same job all the time.
Yeah, and there will be a cap on your career in that case.
Absolutely.
In startups, there's no cap on your career, okay? Because
there's so many things you learn on the job, right? Today you're doing a task A, tomorrow you're doing task B. You have to fill up for someone sometime.
Yeah, like the 100th employee at Facebook today is worth more than $1 billion.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be the case in India in the 2030s. There's going to be like 5 Facebooks that come out of India. Be one of those first 500 people. Don't aim to be one cog in the wheel of like TCS, one cog in the wheel of Infosys, unless that's your calling in life. And then it's another separate story. But my advice to you guys is really be open to working at startups. You will find your dream job if you look hard enough. Okay.